Yup, you clicked on this video for the right reasons. Daniel Jones, compared to Justin Herbert, I don't see that much of a difference. And I'm being honest. Daniel Jones got $40 million a year while winning a playoff game. Justin Herbert couldn't even win a playoff game. And yet this man gets $51 million. This man is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And Justin Herbert is a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong. We're going to dive straight into it. Justin Herbert, when he was coming out, a lot of us Giants fans know that we wanted him. He was supposed to be a New York Giant until he went back to Oregon, played another year, gambled, because that was a gamble, but he still came out, was a top quarterback, and Justin Herbert is a good quarterback in this league. But we need to stop hyping up all these other quarterbacks and stop hating my man Daniel Jones for no reason. We all know across the national media, they don't like Daniel Jones for XYZ. They don't like him because he tripped against the Eagles. They don't like him because he had a lot of turnovers. When they don't watch the games, after his rookie season, his turnovers weren't even the biggest issue of his game. It was his offensive coordinator. Guys like Jason Garrett. Guys like Freddie Kitchens. That was the real problem. But nope, we don't give Daniel Jones a pass. We don't give Daniel Jones a pass when it comes to the weapons that he's had. His best wide receiver that he's had in his history playing for the Giants was Golden Tate. A Golden Tate that already played for the Seahawks and already played for the Lions. This is not Golden Tate his rookie year. This is not Golden Tate his third year. And Golden Tate was actually pretty good. Shout out to Golden Tate. But that's what this man's best receiver was. Justin Herbert went into a playoff game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was up 27-0. Ended up losing the game. And what does everyone say? Oh man, he can't play defense. That defense is terrible. That defense couldn't hold that lead. I ain't gonna hold you. To not hold the 27-0 lead is pretty wild. But to not put up more than a touchdown, to only put up 3 points in a whole half, that's crazy enough. If Daniel Jones was a part of that, oh man, he might get benched the next week because of everything that the national media is gonna say, because of everything that the fandom is gonna say. For Justin Herbert, he gets a pass. He gets a pass because that defense, it didn't play well. Justin Herbert couldn't do it all by himself. But for some reason, Daniel Jones always had that expectation since day one. Justin Herbert been throwing to guys like Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. Say what you want, Josh Palmer might be a wide receiver 2 for us while he's a wide receiver 3 for them. And he cannot put up more than 3 points and a half. The real reason they were able to go up to that 27-0 lead anyways was because their defense gave them 3 turnovers. Picking the ball off 3 times by Asante Samuel Jr. But yet somehow, some way, Daniel Jones goes out and wins a playoff game, performs great, goes into a shootout with the Vikings, and comes out with the W. But somehow, some way, Justin Herbert, man, it's not on him. It's not his fault. If Daniel Jones loses that game, it's his fault. I got people saying that the Eagles game, we lost because Daniel Jones didn't play well. Did he play well? No, but we were severely outmatched. And you can tell. If you're up 27-0 at halftime, how can you not tell me that you can at least manage the clock to the end of the game? You can't push the ball downfield, get first downs, run that clock? Say what you want about Brandon Staley. Say what you want about every other reason except for Justin Herbert. But if it was Daniel Jones in that situation, you're not hearing the same thing. You're not hearing the same type of criteria that were given for Justin Herbert. All these type of different excuses. And Justin Herbert collectively, right? Talented quarterback. I'm not disrespecting him by saying anything. I'm just saying the truth. Your man's went into one playoff game and lost. But somehow, some way, top 5 quarterback, best quarterback in the league. Let's pay him as the best quarterback in the league. And it's not an issue. Mans doesn't have no accomplishments to his name for a team sport. At the end of the day, we're all trying to win the Super Bowl. We're not chasing MVPs. We're not chasing. They might be chasing MVPs. Let me walk back on that. He still doesn't have one to his name. He doesn't have anything like that. Are we sure he's better than Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow? No. Are we sure he's better than Lamar Jackson? I don't know. But all I can say is that the great quarterbacks get it done when they need it to. Daniel Jones, say what you want. Throwing the practice squad receivers, playing against a bad Vikings defense, gets it done. Daniel Jones faced that same Jaguars defense. I was there, present. Gets it done in Jacksonville. So I don't want to hear no excuses for this man, Justin Herbert. I don't want to hear anything. Blame it on whatever you can. And at the end of the day, he's still a great quarterback. I'm definitely on the bandwagon that at the end of the day, nobody wants to see the Giants win. And nobody thinks anyone on the Giants is good. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Darren Waller is a top 5 tight end everywhere else. He comes to the Giants, he's not even top 10. He's always hurt. And I understand he's actually been injury riddled. But people are saying that he's not even a top 10 tight end. People are saying that he shouldn't even be mentioned in the top 5. All these crazy things. If he was still on the Raiders, I guarantee people still respect him like a top 3 tight end, which I believe he can be. Whatever you want, however you want to label it, the moment someone's on the Giants and they're doing well, they're not that good. They're not that good. But we don't hold everybody to the same standard. I'll ride with my guy Daniel Jones. I will. Because I've seen him do it before. I've seen him do it with less. I've seen him do it with players that you don't even know their names. You don't even know their last name. Meanwhile, my man's is over here throwing to Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, has Austin Eckler in the backfield. People want to talk about Saquon Barkley. He has Austin Eckler. I don't want to hear none of that. Because you're not keeping it straight up with all the other quarterbacks in this league. You're not. So shout out to Justin Herbert. You got your money. And when it comes down to certain players, like an Andrew Thomas, you're going to pay them the respective bread, knowing what the future is going to hold. They're betting that Justin Herbert is going to get them to the promised land. You pay a man for what he's going to do. You don't pay him for what he's done. You don't pay LeBron James for what he did in Cleveland. You pay LeBron James for what he can do in Miami. That's just how it's been. So assuming so, the Chargers had to give him that deal. But I'm just being honest. In a couple of years, once again, I just dropped the video about Joe Shane. Shout out to Joe Shane. Daniel Jones getting paid $40 million. Give it 2 years. If Daniel Jones performs, that contract's a bargain. He's already the 12th highest paid quarterback in this league. Not even top 10. He's going to be 13 when Joe Burrow gets his money. Because best believe Joe Burrow's going to get his money. Joe Burrow's done a lot more than Justin Herbert. And he's proved a lot more that he can get it done. So he's going to be number 1. Slides Daniel Jones to 13. Give it 2 years after a couple other quarterbacks get their money. Daniel Jones' contract's going to look like a bargain. And I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm excited to see what he can do with a Darren Waller. Jalen Hyatt hopefully developing into something. Paris Campbell being a lot more talented than a Richie James. Another year, a full year of Isaiah Hodgins. And we still have Saquon Barkley in the backfield. I like my chances. You guys let me know down in the comments, did Justin Herbert deserve that money? Because if it's up to me, I don't think he did. But that's just me. Y'all let me know down in the comments, man. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe. Road to 10K is also active, man. I got more content coming through. More training camp content coming through. And if you haven't seen them, you're going to be on my left right here. I will catch you on the next one. I'm riding with my man, Danny Dimes.